Liberty Mutual Disability Insurance Company is one that we've litigated against many times and have helped hundreds of people with their claims against Liberty in both short-term and long-term. And recently there was a case against Liberty Mutual in which the court reversed one of their decisions for a claim that they denied. So let's talk for a little bit about what that case was about and why the court found that Liberty acted unreasonable.
Okay. And yeah, it's actually, it's not anything new. The court was actually able to cite a lot of previous case law regarding file reviews. And this case is important because it involves specifically issues surrounding a claim that was based on a mental health condition. So in this case, it was a doctor, a pediatrician, who filed a claim alleging disability due to depression, anxiety. Liberty Mutual denied the claim based on a file review by its two internal physicians, reviewed the file and found that there was insufficient evidence to support the claim. They reached a decision despite the claimant's own doctors supporting him.
And what's, just so people understand, what is a file review?
Well, a file review involves just basically a doctor or an in-house medical director reviewing the paper file rather than seeing the claimant in person.
So they never talk to the claimant, and they just look at the medical records.
Exactly, and that's exactly what the court was focusing on here, pointing out the fact that specifically in cases involving mental health claims, it's important to accurately assess the mental health of an individual. It's important to actually see this person in person, you know, to have discussions with them and actually see the person. So in this case, they didn't do that.
And why did the court think that was important?
Well, the biggest thing is here for mental health claims, when you're talking about depression or anxiety, a doctor assesses a patient's condition based on their subjective complaints, as opposed to a lot of physical conditions where there's things that can be measured, there are tests that can be done to measure what's going on. In mental health claims, you can't do that.
Right, and so what's so unique about psychiatric illnesses is there's no machine, there's no x-ray, there's no MRI machine, there's no test to say, you have depression, you have anxiety. So, right. Whereas if you break a bone or you have a herniated disc or you have carpal tunnel or something like that, you can objectively diagnose it. So right. What was interesting about this case to me was while this was extending towards a psychiatric illness, and they said, look, when you have subjective complaints, you can't just review the records, you gotta look at them. But maybe this case will extend to the people who are suffering from pain. Mm-hmm. Saying that, hey, insurance company, you can't just review the files and say they're not in pain. You should at least have a doctor look at them.
Right.
So that would be a huge, that there are some cases that say that, and every case is very specific. But in this case, it only dealt with psychiatric conditions. So what did the court do as a remedy for this pediatrician?
Well, in this case, the court sent it back, remanded it to Liberty Mutual, and asked them to review the case again. Actually consider the doctors, the treating physician's opinions, and give them some weight because they completely ignored it the first time.
So is it a full victory, a half victory for the claimant? Is this claimant going to get paid?
In this case, I think more than likely, yes. I guess you can say it's kind of a half victory because they still have another step that they have to take. The Liberty has to re-review the case, and they could technically deny the claim again. But in this particular case, I don't think that's going to be the case.
So you think the claimant will get paid?
More than likely.
And then this claimant's going to go back on claim with Liberty, and Liberty could just as easily review it again and try to not pay him. But often we see there's a 2-year limitation on mental nervous conditions anyhow, right. So this policy will probably max itself out, but we don't know that from the facts that right. we were given. So, Liberty can be very challenging on disability claims. It's not surprising to see a court say they didn't appropriately review the claim because we've right. seen that many times. So if you have a claim with Liberty Mutual, Liberty Life, and no matter what stage you're at, if you're considering applying or you need to appeal or you need to file a lawsuit or possibly even a lump sum settlement, give any of our lawyers a call. We can offer you a free consultation to discuss your options. We can help you anywhere in the country, and we look forward to the opportunity to speak with you.